from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
Some changes to quarantine periods in Henrico schools. We'll tell you more in today's Henrico News Minute. It's Friday, January 14th, 2022.
And now for the news.
The Henrico School Board yesterday voted to make a few changes to its quarantine policy for COVID-19 positive and exposed students and staff members. As part of the changes, any staffers or students over 18 years old who have already completed their primary vaccination series more than 6 months ago but have not yet received their booster shots will be required to quarantine if they are identified as close contacts of people who are COVID positive. The new rule is based on guidance from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. It becomes effective today. Children and teens under 18 still do not need to quarantine if they've received their primary doses of the vaccine. Booster shots are not yet a requirement based on CDC guidance. Anyone who tested positive for COVID-19 less than 90 days ago and who completed a 10-day isolation period also does not need to quarantine if exposed again to the virus. A final change shortens quarantine periods for unvaccinated people, potentially, who were exposed to the virus. Previously, those unvaccinated who were considered close contacts couldn't return to school until 8 days after exposure if asymptomatic, and if they tested negative and were fever-free for 24 hours without fever-reducing medication. Now that time frame has been changed to 5 days after exposure, which would allow them back on day 6. Also at its meeting yesterday, the school board voted unanimously to elect board member Marcy Shea of the Tuckahoe District as its new chairwoman and Brooklyn Representative Christy Kinsella as vice chair. Now, Shea announced Monday that she has stage 4 breast cancer but plans to serve on the board as long as her health and treatment plan allows. Both Shea and Kinsella were elected in 2019 and joined the board in 2020. If you know a great teacher in Henrico County, now's your chance to nominate that person for an REB Award for Teaching Excellence. The Community Foundation, which sponsors the awards, has opened the nomination period for them. The awards honor about 15 local Richmond area teachers each year. You can make a nomination online by visiting henricoschools.us, looking under the Hot Topics tab for details. Nominations are only available online. They're due by February 25th at 5 p.m. The awards recognize outstanding instructors and give them grant money to continue their professional development. A West End gas station has been fined by Attorney General Mark Herring's office for price gouging during the Colonial Pipeline emergency in the spring of last year. The Gaskins Road Mobile Station at 3901 Gaskins Road agreed to pay a fine of $2,500. It'll also refund more than $3,700 in excess profits that it made from offending sales May 11th and 12th. On those 2 days, the station allegedly raised the prices of all 3 grades of its gasoline between 30 and 37%. Customers who purchased gas from the station on those days should file a complaint with the Attorney General's office. You can do that by calling 800-552-9963 or emailing consumer@oag.state.va.us. Last September, Herring's office reached a similar agreement with another gas station in the county near Richmond Raceway. That station also was found to have participated in price gouging in May.